Today we're heading into the kitchen to veganize one of my childhood favorites. We are going to be making vegan sausage biscuits and gravy. Now, most of the time breakfast is super sweet, especially if you've seen some of our breakfast recipes. But this savory option is perfection, especially in those colder months. We're gonna be combining our vegan homemade buttermilk biscuits that are super flaky along with an absolutely amazing vegan sausage gravy that all comes together in just 30 minutes. If you've never had this Southern classic, then you're in for a real treat. So grab a chair and get ready to watch us make this awesome breakfast. Let's get right to it. We're gonna start off making our delicious homemade buttermilk biscuits. You're gonna need a large bowl and we are going to add in 5 dry ingredients. I start here with the flour, then with the baking powder, sugar, baking soda, and salt. Whisk in your dry ingredients together and then let's start adding our wet ingredients. Some really important things to note is that you want to use cold butter and cold shortening. So I either pull this out of the fridge right as I'm going to need it, or I stick it in the freezer for a few minutes and grab it when I'm ready. After that, we're going to go in with our hands to combine until this looks like a sand-like texture. However, you could also use a fork or a pastry cutter as well. Also, the vegan buttermilk I made ahead of time, but you should do this before getting started. You can combine apple cider vinegar with any dairy-free milk of your choice. I would probably stay away from coconut milk though, unless you're looking for biscuits to taste like coconut. Add the buttermilk in 1/4 cup at a time. You probably aren't going to use all of it, you just want enough until the dough is combined. Once combined, put your dough onto a floured surface and knead just until it's no longer sticky. Then you're going to push it out until you form a disc shape about 1 inch high. Use a dough cutter to cut out your biscuits. You may run out of space, so just roll up the excess dough and cut out a few more. Then evenly space them on a baking sheet and put them into the oven at 350 degrees. To start our sausage gravy, melt your vegan butter in a large skillet, then add in your vegan sausage and use your spatula to break it into smaller bits and pieces. Once you have your sausage crumbled, add in your dried sage and stir together. Sprinkle about half your flour over the sausage and combine. Then do the other half and mix until you see no more flour. Lastly, you're going to finish this up by adding your dairy-free milk 1 cup at a time, stirring well after each cup, and then letting it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. During this time, it's going to thicken up, and if you feel like it needs a little bit more milk, you can add the remaining 1/2 cup. Lastly, you're going to add in a little salt and pepper to taste, then remove it from heat and serve it over your hot homemade vegan buttermilk biscuits. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you like and share this video and leave a comment below letting us know what we should make next. See you next Monday.